Howdy doody again, Hot Wheels fans. So we got another pack of these Legends Tours winners or creations by Mattel or enthusiasts. So these are pictures of the real cars in the real world. So I think this is an enthusiast built car. Mattel, I don't know. Maybe an enthusiast. Chip Foose made this, but I think Mattel contracted that to be made. And same thing here, probably a Mattel, totally Mattel design. But anyways, so these are 6 of them, and they have a nice reveal here. Yeah, I do wish they didn't just copy this again, and they should have some information about each of the cars, what year they won, who made them, what the specs are, that kind of thing. All right, so they're copyright 2021, so maybe it came out back then or in the year 2022. And let's get this open. Okay, check in the box if there's anything else in there, but I didn't see anything else in there. I'm gonna readjust the camera angle here. And we'll start with the A to Z. I've actually reviewed this before, but I bought a Hot Wheels track and it destroyed the thing. It had a defect in the track, and all the wheels are colliding, and I bent like 3 or 4, destroyed 4 of my cars, including the one I bought of this in gold. So yeah, go look up the review of that track. Anyhow, this one has a copyright of 2019. The base is metal and also the top is metal, so a little construction of both in metal. And this is a nice, matching the real photographs. This looks like an airplane, right? It's inspired clearly by an airplane, it looks like. 2 Jet Z. I think it was actually like a Bonneville salt flat racer from the brief moment I looked it up on the internet. Alright, so some sort of exhaust and or jet. That definitely looks like a turbo system there. And then a little recess for an intake up there. And then the canopy does look very World War II fighter plane like, with all the rivet marks and stuff. And, well, it's kind of hard to see through the window, but there's a seat down there, it looks like. Steering, just a flat pizza pan steering wheel. Yeah, okay. It is what it is. Yeah, the little rivet marks are pretty neat. And a little Hot Wheels banner there. And then these little graphics that look like they belong in a fighter plane. TD Pilot? I can't read that text. Let me get in a little closer. Co-pilot. Interesting. Pilot, co-pilot. And what's nice is this is all tampo printing. It's not that premium pixelated stuff. Oh, the warning of a jet intake. Yeah, very neat. It's got some 10-spoke wheels there, staggered in size. And I'm just looking if there's it would have been cool if there was like a name of the driver, but what's that say? I can't tell, sorry. Some sort of lights perhaps, or intakes, not sure. Alright, well, it's a small little model. Yeah, it is what it is. Some wings back here. Let's look at this GTO. So, nice big long casting. And so we have a nice metallic gray, it looks like, with some red printing on top of it. Tampo printing, that is. Yeah, the little hood bumps there. So the chrome plastic base becomes the whole front end. The little turn signals, the headlights, the grille, the license plate area looks all pretty good. This one has a copyright of, well, let's write down here. It tells you what it is. Not sure. Not sure when this casting first came out, but oh, there it is, 1996. It's really hard to see on these chrome bases through a phone. This one also has staggered wheels. I think these are those FTE, faster than ever kind of wheels. These are really thin 5-spokes. Look at the rake on this thing. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Alright. So yeah, the bottom becomes the whole rear end. Some taillight details and the license plate. The exhaust pipes, though, are kind of cut short, right? I'm not sure. They look like they're going up into the bumper. But where do they come out? Maybe there? I don't know. Not on the photographs I pulled up. Alright, well, the tampo printed sides. Yeah, you got a little black racing stripe. The banner there. The door handle sticking out. And then the GTO is nicely crisply painted. And this is great that there's just no side windows at all, because then you can just look right in. Although with the black interior, let's see. Yeah, just a flat. Well, this is actually a very lame interior. I mean, even lamer than usual Hot Wheels interiors. Like that pizza pan steering wheel, that I accept, but look at the dashboard. It's basically just flat. There's a little bit of a recess there on the right side, but as to why, I don't know. That is the plainest dashboard I've ever seen, I think, in a Hot Wheels. But the top of it has some detail. And the seats actually look pretty nice. No headrest in a car this old. Yeah, it's just weird, right? Just looking into an interior with almost no detail in the dash. I like how they got the window back there, curved, very neat. And the wiper blades here are casted in. All in all, it still looks like the photographs, minus the wheels. Let's do the Bone Shaker. So I don't think the Bone Shaker has ever been painted orange in the real world, but this has some cool wheels. I'm wondering if these glow in the dark. Hold on. Gotta charge that up. Just looks like that kind of plastic. Oh yeah, that is cool. Hold on. I'm gonna roll it back and forth across the table. In fact, let me turn the monitor off. Well, my camera does a poor job. The wheels are still glowing. It's just that the camera isn't sensitive enough to pick up on it. So if I move it closer, no, it still cannot pick up that. I can still see the wheels glowing. They're not super bright, but they're definitely glowing. Alright, let me get the light back on. Where's the light switch? There we go. Alright, well that's really cool. This is my first Hot Wheels that has glowing wheels. I kind of wish they made more of them do that, but maybe that plastic costs more. Alright, this is a copyright of 2005. The plastic base here. They got the exhaust here coming out. Really nice. And it's not a metallic orange, but it's still pretty nice to look at. And all this printing on the side is tampo printing. It's not that pixelated premium stuff. So, Bone Shaker 9. I don't know what that is. Okay, we're going back here. Some taillights, suspension details. Okay, and then we have the skull with the hands gripping the headlights there. And then the exhausts, the intakes sticking out of the thing. And just, 2 bucket seats, shifter, and all that stuff. So this is like the 3rd time I've reviewed this. But this might be my favorite now, just because it has the whole glowing wheels. A gray 5-spoke paint on there as well. Alright, now I don't know what order we are in, but this Deora 2, I also bought a pink one of these in a mainline from the 26 season. This one dates back to 2020, it looks like. And we have equal size 2 spokes in chrome gold. And it's just regular black, but we have this flame job of a mustard and orange color. Yeah, no paint for the headlights or the intakes up here. Well, these should be black anyways. But the interior, it's gold plastic, and it's actually well detailed. See all the stuff going on there, right? There's a lot of funky futuristic details. Surfboards have no graphics, that's fine. And then the whole engine back here looks alright. And this is technically chromed on the real car, but nice exhaust details. Alright, well, it's alright. And these are real vents, by the way. Yeah, it's hard to tell being black, but they are real vents. Okay. And the last one, no, not second to last one. I don't have this casting. It's the twin mill. So, wow, yeah. So, this is, I think, is possibly one of the very first original red line castings. Am I correct? I don't know. Please leave a comment if you know. Meaning, like the very first set that came out way back whenever Hot Wheels first came out. A long time ago. I can't do the math on that. Actually tells you it's a Hot Wheels, and then we have this chromed interior becoming the 2 engines here. I don't know how many cylinders these are supposed to be though. Maybe 8s, right? 2 V8s. No recess here though. And I don't know if those are taillights or not. Yeah, really funky. The cab rear design, right? You're sitting way back here. It's just, and then there's just no overhang at all on the rear end. What a funky design. It's like a doorstop. Okay, definitely looks retro. They have this nice pinstriping on this, nice metallic green. Yeah, I think even the pinstriping is metallic also. There's the Hot Wheels banner. It's almost a photo shift. Yeah, you can see how it gets dark and light. Sorry. The black printing, I don't even know if that was necessary. It would have been fine just having a bunch of this pinstriping. Alright, well that's new to me. Even though this is one of the oldest Hot Wheels castings, it's new to me. And what about the interior? I'm seeing 2 seats here with horizontal ribbing. But what is up with this? Maybe that's a shifter? I don't know if this car has a steering wheel or what. I don't know if this car can really drive. Please leave a comment if you know about that. Can this car in the real world drive, or is it just for show? Alright, the last one is some sort of wacky metropolitan Nash. And it is nice it actually has the printing on the side saying Nash. But let's see at the bottom here. 2020 copyright. Okay, plastic base. And the really super thin wheels here. You know, I'm not sure why they chose to do that because... Oh, it's because there's no wheel well back here. Up here, though, they could have fit in a normal sized tire, I think, right? Just have it stick out, but I guess for some reason the real car doesn't have a fender opening back here. Door handle sticking out, a little silver paint. So there's white and black on the side. Not sure what this is. If this is a vent, it's molded. Something sticking out there. And then it's got some corrugations like a Chevy Nomad. Nice fine texture in the grille. Some bumps for the turn signals. And the chrome plastic becomes the headlights. I think that's smart. It's got a crazy engine sticking out of the thing. Maybe 2 air filters. Okay. As to why they have all this weird graphic stuff going on here, I'm not sure. Is it supposed to look like it's been rusted? Like a... Yeah, I'm gonna guess this is supposed to be all scratched up rust, right? Just splotches of rust. But then they have this nice pinstriping on top of it, so that doesn't make sense. If anything, that rust should be on top of the pinstriping? Well, anyways, yeah. That is nice pinstriping. Just not sure if it needed the rust. I'm gonna guess maybe this colorway came out before, and this is the way to not have the same color. Just adding some weathering details. So the roof is white, of course, and yeah, these wheels, these 5 spokes, are a funky chrome sky blue color. Camera goes crazy between the chrome and non-chrome. Alright, nice shifter there. Some sort of centered gauges maybe, or buttons. No headrest on these bucket seats. And is that a pizza pan steering wheel? Yes, it's a pizza pan, it looks like. Okay. It's nice though that I like that there's no side windows. Just makes it easier to see. And this looks like a parachute sack if I had to guess. Yeah, so maybe the real car has a spare wheel here, but now this has a parachute sack. And maybe that's the fuel filler. And the taillights are sticking out. Okay, well that's interesting. It's a pretty small casting. It's funky because it just has such thin tires. It's sticking out of the body, almost like a Candy Lab toy. Candy Lab wooden toys. Do some weight checks here. This thing is almost, well, alright. It is what it is. You can round up or down how precise if you want it to be. That's not a bad weight. 39-ish. Not too bad. That's actually impressive for something so thin, right? It's that heavy. Yeah, that's really light. It's just so hollowed out. This feels kind of light too. Yeah. Yeah, this is actually impressively heavy for its size. Yeah, and this one is the heaviest today. Do a low angle view of all these vehicles. See how high they're riding off the ground. That Deora 2 is pretty low. And then the that twin mill is really high off the ground. Yeah, okay. Just look how long that GTO is. Well, as usual, I ask which is your favorite today. And honestly, I'm having a hard time deciding. if I didn't buy this casting before, I would say I like that the most. It's just I've already reviewed it before. I've reviewed this several times before now. So I'm actually thinking I like the twin mill the most because it's just so weird looking. But that's a close second. That's a very weird looking vehicle as well. So this is the only normal-ish looking vehicle in the whole tray here. Everything else is definitely yeah, an eye catcher if you saw one of these rolling down the road in the real world, which is theoretically possible. I appreciate you guys checking in today, and we'll see you tomorrow.